ORO24 is an ultra-modern property development firm with strong value system, clean ethics, core competency which is led by innovation, committed to making impact on human life. See, real estate for me is an ecosystem which builds cities and economies, and it's an integral part of any economy across the globe. But the way I look at it is like it's like the healthcare system, healthcare industry. It's not just about the doctors and the hospital. It includes the drugstores, the pharma companies, the dietitians, everyone, right? And hence, the way I look at real estate industry, it's a congregation or a combination of great developers, contractors, consultants, suppliers, brokers, everyone coming together with their core competencies and creating great real estate. That's how I look at real estate industry. The primary thing what I love about COP28, it's happening in the UAE. Like with the Expo, I was a firm believer from the time it was announced that it will be the finest Expo in the history and probably in the future. I think COP28 happening or being hosted by UAE is the greatest thing, because UAE is a country which walks the talk, right? And it has the courage to invest, and I'm very confident that UAE hosting COP28 is going to have greater impact and create a larger awareness across the globe, apart from the investments that has been committed by the UAE government towards the COP28 and the costs of COP28. I think insufficient is, if I can say, it's in deficit. And I think it requires participation. And how I look at participation is it will always be insufficient if there is a lack of awareness. And there's a desperate need for increasing the awareness, so that not just at the government's level, not just at global conferences, it's happening in the common people, where they're aware how to save our planet and how to make it better, how to make it more sustainable. So I think, yes, it's insufficient. We would try our level best to do awareness at our side, and I think it's a very moral responsibility. It's a moral responsibility for every human. I think if you look at any market cycle, it's an inevitable event. It has to happen, and the beauty is that it filters out and it leaves behind the best. So let's look at the brighter side of it. It kind of creates equilibrium in the economies and the industries and leaves behind the best, opening many opportunities. So that's how I look at market corrections. Dubai is luxury because it is rare, it's unique, right? And I think that's how I look at luxury. It has to be rare, it has to be bespoke, it has to be unique. General concept or general understanding is that luxury is just a segment, but that's not right. Actually, luxury is present in every segment. Like for example, automobile, you have a base model, and then you have a mid-range, and then you have a luxury model. Similarly for real estate, I think there's space for luxury in every segment of the real estate. And like we deal with largely the mid-income segment products, and we create luxury real estate in that segment, and how we do that is by creating a functional real estate, functional space within the real estate, adding absolutely high-end elements of lifestyle. And that's what creates a luxury real estate for a mid-income segment. So there's no such particular segment of luxury. I think it is present in every segment of real estate. It's very interesting and at the same time very scary too. It requires a lot of control. And a lot of times we've seen that technology and the advancements have kind of happened, and it is already impacting the world, while the control system, the regulatory framework is followed after that. I think we all need to be more responsible, the tech world and the government agencies. Like for example, when Metaverse was being spoken about, the government of UAE was very prompt in coming out with WARA, for example, creating the regulatory framework to be able to control that. So whether you look at a drone system or a Metaverse, The UAE government has really led from the front in demonstrating how to behave and act as a government in protecting people's rights. And I think that's what is required. But we all need to be more responsible in how technological advancements are happening. It should not disturb the ecosystem and the control system of the world too much. Otherwise, it could be quite damaging. I think the events, whether it was what was happening at OpenAI, for example, or what happened with crypto when it just kept rising up and then suddenly crashed, both tells you how fragile and how dangerous it can be. OpenAI, for example, was going through a lot of turmoil, and AI as such can lead to a fake world, and I think we all need to be a lot careful about it. Like everything has advantages and disadvantages. I don't want to be sounding pessimistic and only talking about disadvantages. Technology and innovation is very, very important for this world to progress. At the same time, there has to be a boundary that has to be set for that. Like, for example, OpenAI was under threat just because of few people, what they thought. I'm not going into the discussion of who was right, who was wrong, but then you can imagine the entire thing coming to a standstill situation just because of few hundred or thousand people feeling a certain way about it. Same with the crypto. I have always maintained that we are in real estate industry. We got to be very careful. It's a multi-layered industry. It already inherits many risks and exposure, cost inflation risk and forex risk. If, for example, the real estate industry over here, because of so many foreign investors who are here, it's always exposed. And you're selling real estate today, which is getting delivered over the next 3 or 5 years' time. We got to be very mindful of how we trade the real estate. And if I was dealing in crypto, which is ever fluctuating, I could really impact the project negatively, and hence I still maintain it's a commodity. I don't look at it as a currency, and I would be very careful in how I use crypto for trading real estate. I think everyone has their own way of looking at work-life balance. The way I look at it is being a businessman, you have an extremely public life where you always need to be doing the right thing, saying the right thing. I personally find the balance by having a very private life after work, after business, doing innocent things with family. That's what helps me achieve the right balance in life. Yeah. Money is a means for living a great life and doing great things for the society. A mind that thinks well, body which is agile and athletic, and a soul and a heart which has got empathy. I think that's how I would define it. I would like to believe that I've definitely inspired few people by the way I do real estate. Odd ones have even copied everything I do. Yet I feel critics are more important for me because they tell me where I'm lacking, where I need to improve. So I love the critics. I'm a student for life, a little bit of professor. Live well today for a great future. That's it.